Hi everyone, and welcome once again. Today I wish I was saying welcome to the farm, but we've had some terrible weather this week. The snow is melting, and as you can see from this little clip here, my friend Andrew gave me some wire wheels which I'm going to turn into tables for the farm. So these bigger ones here, I'm going to use those as tables, and these little ones here, I will put those around the fairy garden. I got some little chairs for the kids to sit on. And here's my winter sewing. And I got some more over there still buried under snow. So I believe I got 121 containers that are sewn. And yes, the snow is starting to melt. Slowly but surely. It is going away. So today I wanted to do something different, seeing that it's raining, but it's not raining very heavy right now. I wanted to take you outside and show you my Annabelle Hydrangea, which I'm going to take some cuttings. I'm going to be propagating it, which means I'm going to be making more plants from my Annabelle Hydrangea bush. With the Annabelle Hydrangea, it is not under patent. If the patent is expired on this plant, if this plant was still under patent, by the name there would be a letter P and a bunch of numbers, and then you could go under Google patent and it would tell you when that plant was put under patent, and then you can figure out when it would expire. From my experience, I know it's not still under patent. Let's go outside now, and I'm going to take those cuttings and we're going to come back in and I'm going to put them in some dirt. So right here is an example of a cutting that I took last year, and see where it branched. So by doing more cuttings in that area, you're going to get more branching. There are 4 species of hydrangeas. I believe, if memory serves me correct, 2 types bloom on old growth and the other 2 bloom on new growth. While your Annabelle Hydrangea blooms on new growth. So all I have here is a stick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in some rooting hormone. I'm just going to cut this in little sections, so probably about 5-6 inches, and I'm going to stick it in this rooting hormone. When you're propagating, you can use a rooting powder, and there are different types. Like this one here you can get at Canadian Tire or Walmart, and this one is for soft cuttings, and you can use it sometimes on a little bit of hardwood cuttings, but according to the report, your success is not as plentiful. So this one here I got on Amazon, which costs you an arm and leg, is for hardwood cuttings. And they say with the hydrangea, it's good to have rooting powder, but if you don't have it, no big deal. You can still have some success without rooting powder. So what I'm going to do now is to stick these little cuttings, probably about 6 inches, into my rooting powder, and I'm going to put them in these containers. And the reason why I chose this year to do individual containers is because last year what happened was I just had one big container that I had used, and once I went to up-pot them late summer, but in my container I had 40 odd plants that was growing when I had up-potted them. So by having them all in that one container, I disturbed the roots. And out of the 40, I only managed to save about 30. And those 30 are growing down on the farm. There's 20 some odd in the cut flower garden, and there's also some planted all over the farm. And as you can tell, I'm not being very fussy. I'm just giving this a little poke. Now this one here, I'm not sure, has got its bark peeled back, so I don't want to give up on it. I'm going to still give it a try. Okay, so that tray is full, and I'll do some more, and I'll place them outside, and as the weather warms up they will grow and take off, and I will show you as we go along on this gardening journey how they are doing. So right now I have 112 Annabelle Hydrangeas cuttings taken. So hopefully now some of these will root, and we'll have some new hydrangea plants to sell at the farm, and also more to plant at the farm. So many of you guys have been probably wondering, when is she going to start building that farm? Well, hopefully next week now I'll get down there again, start that cleanup if the weather cooperates. Like I say, there's not much point for me to be down there with all this snow. I do have a lot more propagating to be doing with different plants that I have in my home garden, and also down on the farm. Lots of black currant, red currant, spirea, woolgelia. I haven't had much success with propagating my fruit trees. I've gotten a few to propagate over the last few years, but no great success, probably like half a dozen trees or so, and they're still really tiny, and I've given some to my friend Barry, and I've also planted some down on the farm, and I'll point those out to you. So it's going to be an interesting season. Like I say, lots to do. My grow room is growing like crazy. It is quite full in there now. I have recently planted a whole bunch more seeds, which some of those seeds are older. I'm not sure if I'm going to get much germination out of them, but I will show you as they germinate. Lamb's ears and my strawberry plants that I did plant last week have germinated. Probably show that to you guys in the next video. And that's about it for today, guys. Take care. Hopefully see you guys next week.